Alright, now it's time to find out which one is faster. Both have the same processor, but have different softwares. MIUI 10, ColorOS 6 from Oppo. So yeah, it's all gonna come down to optimization. And I got here 4 apps, all games, all offline, just for consistency. And without further ado, let's do it. No. First off, Hungry Shark. Okay, that pretty much loaded up. Oh wait. They finished at the same time. Okay, that was the first app. Alright, now for Subway Surfer. 1, 2, 3. And it looks like it's gonna finish at the same time again. And no. It's close, but the Redmi Note 8 loaded much faster. And now for Temple Run 2. Here we go. Okay, opening up at the same time, and it looks like the Realme, no, they open up at the same time again. In terms of performance, there's really no big difference at all. Like, you won't go wrong with any of these guys. So yeah, last but not least, Plants vs. Zombies, the heaviest game in this comparison. I'm just feeling that the Redmi Note 8 is just a tiny bit faster than the Realme 5, like by a hair. See? Okay, so yeah, they're not exactly identical. Now for memory management and overall speed, let's try this one more time. Hungry Shark. Okay, Redmi Note 8. Subway Surfer, again. There's a tiny bit of lag right here on the Realme 5. Temple Run 2. Relaunched. Holy crap. Memory management issues. That's not looking good. And finally, very slow. Let me just open this up. Yeah, this is simply much more faster. As you can see, the animation is just much zippier. In terms of overall experience, it is the Redmi Note 8 that is faster, which is surprising because this is 1080p, launching 1080p apps. So yeah, the Realme 5 needs some work. More optimization in the future updates. And now it's time for our favorite game, PUBG. Yes, my friends, I know. You want to know how the game looks on both phones. And yeah, this is how it looks like. Personally, I think the graphics on the Redmi Note 8 is simply much better, much sharper. I don't know, maybe it's 1080p? It's giving it that much sharper look? Yeah, I think that's the reason. Everything right here on the Redmi Note 8 just looks much sharper. The display on the Realme 5 may be big, but it's just not that sharp. And wait, this is smoother, this is laggier. Smoother, laggier. Yeah, you can really see the frame drops right here on the Redmi Note 8. And I believe it's because of that 1080p display. Higher resolution requires more power, more processing power that is. Well, it's actually a tiny difference in frame drops. So yeah, if you want a better looking display, a better looking game, then go with the Redmi Note 8. The smaller screen compresses so much of the pixels, it's making the whole game look a little bit sharper. In comparison, the Realme 5 looks pretty soft, just not as good looking. Wait, let me just do this. And there you go. But yeah, if you don't mind the graphics and prefer a much bigger display, then the Realme 5 is the perfect match for you. This is simply a smaller experience, but honestly, I would have to go with the Redmi Note 8 because everything looks much better here than the Realme 5. And here's the Antutu benchmark for both phones. The Redmi Note 8 obviously has a bigger score. And yeah, it showed in our comparison. The Redmi Note 8 is the faster device. Even though the score is tiny, the whole experience was just much better right here. So I highly recommend it if you're going for the performance. Now coming to the cameras, both of them have 4 cameras at the back. The Redmi Note 8 looks like it has the big advantage here with the 48 megapixel main sensor, but it doesn't look like that at all. As you can see, everything on the Redmi Note 8 looks kinda dull, lacks presence, sharpness, and overall image quality is actually pretty much the same as the Redmi Note 7 in terms of the image quality. So if you're coming from the Redmi Note 7, it's not gonna be a big jump in terms of the image quality. But yeah, on the Realme 5, As you can see, everything just looks so good. Colors are just so lively and so punchy. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a lot of likes here, period. And yeah, it's not even close. The Realme 5 is just showing so much more detail, so much more sharpness than the Redmi Note 8. So you all thought that the Redmi Note 8 has the advantage right here, but no, it's not, even in low light. But when it comes to macro lens, this is where the Redmi Note 8 really shines. As you can see, the Redmi Note 8 is just so much sharper, much more detailed than the Realme 5. Realme 5 is just trashy looking right here. And as you can see, it's no competition. But then in ultra wide angle lens, the Realme 5 takes the crown back as it's just much sharper and overall just a better looking image. That's just it. And what about video? Well, for me, I like the Redmi Note 8 a little bit better. Better exposure, better stability, and overall, much sharper image. Yes, it's definitely much better to use video on the Redmi Note 8 than the Realme 5. I don't know, the Realme 5 just has that odd color in video. And there you have it. Redmi Note 8, Realme 5, here are my thoughts. The Redmi Note 8 is still the better performer, has better design, better display, so yeah, it's great for gaming. But if I were you, the margin in performance was tiny, but the margin in battery is pretty huge. Like I told you, the overall difference in battery life is 3 hours, so that is quite big. It just doesn't matter how good your phone is, how good the display is. If you don't have the battery, it's useless. You just can't use it. In this world, where you're always on the go and always needing the battery juice, play games, take pictures, do social media, the best value for money is right here, Realme 5. You don't agree with me? Well, let me know in the comments below so we can fight there. Fight me. No, just kidding. Please do drop a comment and I will read it. Here are the prices. Up next on Tech Beans, a triple comparison between the Redmi Note 8 Pro, the Realme 5 Pro, and the Realme XT. Performance, gaming, there you go. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss it. This is Vince from Tech Beans, and I'll see you on the next video.